Now, this place, of course, is famous for their red rocks, but there is so much more to Sedona. Arizona Highways magazine always does a great job of kind of showing us the breathtaking sights we may not know were actually there. Robert, Steve, you are the person that kind of shows us the other places, and Sedona is kind of like a place you can't just go once.
No, and you also have to kind of get a little bit off the beaten path up there, you know. I mean, there's a lot of wonderful things about there, and in this issue, you'll kind of see what Sedona looked like way back when, before a lot of the development happened. But, you know, for people who just drive through and kind of get caught up with the commercial stuff and think, you know, it's so easy to kind of get away from that. And there's benefits to that area too, of course, but lots of scenery kind of over there.
Over there. Yeah. Now, I know we're going to look at the cover. Is this the second to last for this?
Number 11, and can you believe it? It seems like we were just talking about this. Yeah, this is our 11th illustrated cover this year, our November issue. Sedona, we have one more coming up, and we'll be sad to see them go away, but they'll be with us in other ways.
I know. Well, Chris came to visit us and talked about doing the covers, and he got to do one for Sedona. Now, the first picture we're looking at is going to be kind of something with Oak Creek Canyon. I feel like we're going to visit that area a couple of times.
Yeah, you know, I mean, the whole issue kind of covers Sedona and the Oak Creek Canyon area, because they're kind of one and the same. I mean, people think of Sedona and don't really know when they're going from one to the other. So, but lots of, you need a good camera when you head up there.
So this is the Red Rock alcove.
Yeah, so this is just very typical of what you see up there, you know, and the wonderful thing about Sedona is it's a little cooler, you know, than Phoenix and Tucson, you know, so in the summertime you can go up there and actually kind of get a little break on the heat, but then what you find up there is the seasons tend to overlap, and we'll see some photos of that where you actually have fall and winter in the same. This is more of a summertime shot there, but kind of looking out at some of the red rocks there.
Well, the next one kind of goes more like autumn or fall. This one is Harding Springs Wash, right?
Yeah.
You can't tell, really.
Yeah, you know, I just love that photo so much. We brought it along just because I think it's such an artistic and beautiful shot. And you know, when you talk about autumn in Arizona, you know, there are places in the state up on the north rim and places where the leaves are already gone. And down in Sedona, it tends to be a little bit later. So right now and into even November, you still get a lot of the beautiful leaves up there. So although it's our November issue, we're showing some things that people typically associate with October.
Well, and the last time I took a trip to Sedona, we went up there when there was still snow.
Yeah.
Which was a totally different way to experience Sedona. And I know we get a little bit of that in this picture.
Yeah, just a little bit of a dusting there, and you know, that broad panorama and all those red rocks. And again, this is the kind of thing that you can see if you know, get out and take one of the little scenic drives around Sedona or do one of the many hikes up there.
If you've only done Sedona during like the nice weather and to kind of get out of the heat, go again when there's a little bit of the dust. It's just gorgeous.
Yeah, and the other thing that I would suggest to your viewers is, you know, I mean, everybody goes there on Saturday, you know, so if you've got the flexibility to go up on a Monday or a Wednesday or something, you can really beat a lot of the crowds, even at the best time of the year as far as the weather goes. So
I love that. And this one again, this is again like a Bob Ross.
Yeah.
It's like a painting. A little tree over here.
He's sort of having a renaissance, by the way, Bob Ross.
Right,
you know, you're seeing him everywhere, and you know, this definitely looks like one of his. This is actually Oak Creek, and you know, there are places up there where there are little trails, and again, this isn't an extreme thing. So if you've got young children or you're not an experienced, you know, backpacker, you don't have to be afraid of exploring a little bit, getting out there and seeing that.
Well, and I like the next picture because I get to see Schnebly Hill.
Schnebly Hill, right. Yeah, there you go. It's kind of off there to the right. And there you're seeing that shot with a little bit of autumn and winter sort of overlapping there. Schnebly Hill is, Sedona was named for a woman named Sedona Schnebly. And actually, her great-granddaughter wrote a story for us in this issue. So we're talking about her great-grandmother, who she didn't know, but kind of tells the history of all of that and how the name came about and what it's like to see your great-grandmother's name on the back of cars and on bottles of booze and guitars and all kinds of things. You know, Sedona has sort of been, you know, usurped in many different ways.
Oh, I like that. I didn't know that she was going to be doing something for the magazine. And then we kind of close out the back cover of this issue going back over to Oak Creek. Yeah,
the West Fork of Oak Creek, which is actually the busiest and most popular trail in the Coconino National Forest. but you can see why. You know, I mean, it's got this great hike. You cross back and forth across the water. Again, you don't have to be an expert hiker to go back and do that. It's easy to get to. There's a paved parking lot. There's a small fee you have to pay to get in there, but once you go back, then you just explore all those colors and rocks. And
well, this is beautiful. I'm going to tell everyone how they can subscribe to the magazine, but I would say this is a good time to kind of get that and put it out on your, table as family from other parts of the country come to visit you for the holidays.
Yeah.
This is a nice kind of talking point at your table.
Oh yeah, and it does make a good gift subscription. A lot of people give those out. I'm not trying to, be schlepping the magazine here, but if you're wondering what to give this year.
This is the thing. Let's get everybody to get this as a gift. To experience even more of Arizona's beauty, subscribe to Arizona Highways Magazine by calling 1-800-543-5432 or visit arizonahighways.com.